Hello, hello, hello. Happy Thursday. We are just doing Thursday thoughts today. I'm not gonna flip it because that didn't work out last time very well, so we're just gonna get straight to it. I will write the question down on the saved video. Today's question are: what are the steps to maintain a trademark once it's filed? That was a question that I received. Again, what are the steps to maintain a trademark once it's been filed? And I guess we'll start with the most obvious, but maybe not. Use it, right? If you take the opportunity and time to build a brand, register a mark with the federal government, spend the funds to get it done, use it. Make sure that you use it. The R after your trademark, after your brand is not required. But it's good to let other people know that you're taking this seriously, that this is your brand and they should not infringe upon it. So using the R wherever you use it on your website or your promotional materials or even on your stories or social media is always good, but it's not necessary. But use the mark, use the brand in commerce, because at 5 or 6 years after you receive the registration, the government is going to want you to swear that you are using it. A declaration of use will be needed. And then about another 4 years later, so 8 to 9 years after you've got your registration, you'll have to apply for not only a declaration of use, but a renewal. And the great thing about trademarks is that you can keep them as long as you keep using them and maintain that renewal time frame. Another great thing that is now is a more recent thing is that the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office will send you a reminder. So in order to maintain your trademark, you want to make sure that you keep your email address or your address, whatever you used when you went ahead with that registration, up to date with them, because they would send you a courtesy email to let you know that you're up for either renewal or a declaration of use. The other thing I would recommend is that if you have a product that is getting shipped in, from outside of our country or to other countries, that you register your mark with Customs and Border Protection. And so there's a fee related to that, but there are so many counterfeits that do come into the country on a daily basis. It's worth $1 billion industry. And doing that registration can prevent your product or service, your product or brand from becoming victim to counterfeits, because Customs will pull those things that come in that have not been approved through that process that you've sanctioned as A100 with you for your brand. Let's see what else. So we said make sure that you use it, make sure that you maintain the registration timelines. If you have a product, make sure that you register with Customs and monitor your mark. This one's going to be also maybe seem self-explanatory, but I know many people don't do it. And monitor the way that your mark is used and monitor who is using it, right? So you can monitor it at the Trademark Office. So if you've gone through the process, then you know that your mark has to get published in a gazette. For notice, so that if there's any opposition from folks in the community where they feel like your mark is too similar, then they have an opportunity to raise opposition, and then subsequently a trial could occur if there is opposition raised. So you should be looking in those gazettes or monitoring them for you can create alerts or have counsel, if you have one, create alerts for you to monitor that mark and see that there isn't anything coming in through the gazette process, so that, like, say an examiner from the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office has approved it for publication. Now it's your responsibility and right as the mark owner to go and make sure that there aren't any conflicting marks potentially being approved. Because if you let that happen, then what happens is basically dilution, and you lose the strength of your mark and the right to say that someone is infringing, and then also the right to claim damages to some extent. So monitor within the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office. Also monitor in the market, right? Set up alerts. You can hire someone to do that. You can do them yourself if you feel technically savvy. Watch what is happening on the internet and these marketplaces. Walmart is a marketplace now. Amazon, the Instagram that we're on today, right? People are selling services everywhere. You need to monitor these marketplaces and make sure that there are not people who are infringing on your brand or pretending to be you, capitalizing on the goodwill that you've created and using it for their own benefit. And that's part of your responsibility as the mark owner, is to protect it. Also protect the way that it's used. I like to give clients this example. aspirin was a mark, was a trademark. It wasn't, we use the word aspirin as kind of like a generic term for pain medicine, but aspirin itself is a registered mark, right? So if we let, or Xerox, right? We say we're going to Xerox. Well, I don't think anybody says that anymore, but they used to say we're going to Xerox something, right? And so Xerox is a brand, but it became synonymous with making a copy. And so you have to be careful that your brand is a noun, it's a name, it's not an action. It's not, we don't Google things. We use Google to search the internet, if I could use that parallel. So be careful about even how you use it, right? Make sure that you use it as the name of your brand or product or service, as opposed to an action word, because that also can allude to what we call the death of your trademark. Genocide. It basically, it kills itself. Sorry, got a call. Let it become generic. So we don't want genericide to happen to your marks. Yeah, and that's about what I had to share on that. This is a quick video, 10 minutes every Thursday. Again, the topic today was, what are the steps to take once, or to maintain your mark once that you filed and received the registration. So hopefully this was helpful. Just want to tell everyone to stay safe, continue wearing your mask. Unfortunately, I am COVID positive. I'm feeling well, but I'm in the house, and I had a lot of great events planned for this weekend, so I'm not so happy about that. Take this seriously, guys. Take your health seriously, and stay safe and well. And I'll talk to you next week. Bye-bye.